Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about The Losers. And this movie came out in 2010 and this movie was pretty terrible, but at the same time it was very funny. And this movie is a comedy. It's an action comedy where the comedy doesn't work and the action is really lame and stupid. But the reason why it was really entertaining to me is because I was laughing at the movie when it wasn't trying to be funny, or at certain creative decisions that it was supposed to be really cool and it just failed miserably. And I just was so entertained by it. And the opening scene is like my favorite scene in the movie. It just has everything you would want out of a bad movie. Like really terrible editing choices made by an amateur, and you just watch somebody try and make a movie, which is really entertaining to me. And they do like slow motion just to make everything really cool. And sometimes they like freeze the frame to show that a guy got shot and he's like falling down, and it freezes the frame and it like zooms in on him and then it cuts. And it's so funny when they do that. And that only happens in the opening scene of the movie. But that's what makes the opening scene so special, is that it knows exactly how to keep you entertained. And my favorite part about this movie, I loved it. It's when they shoot a missile at a helicopter. That's all I'm going to say. I was laughing so hard that I just started clapping like, yes. I was so happy when that happened. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And for the rest of the movie, it never gets quite as stupid as that, but my god, it is really stupid. I loved it so much. And it was supposed to be like a big dramatic thing when that happened. And I couldn't take it seriously. I had no reason to care. The movie doesn't really develop its characters very well. Everything was very poorly presented. The movie's never well shot, and it's just a bunch of close-ups, and there's so many cuts in this movie, and it just feels like a trailer. There's like a cut every like 2 seconds. And this movie genuinely felt like a worse version of a Michael Bay directed movie. And even his movies, not all of them, but from the ones I've seen, they don't really have terrible editing problems, except for Transformers The Last Night. But it kind of felt like a Michael Bay movie, like where the characters are really obnoxious and the comedy is terrible and the movie looks terrible and the action isn't good. And this was one of those scenarios where it was just really stupid, and sometimes it was boring, but I wasn't bored for very long. And throughout the entire movie, characters make really stupid decisions, and it's really cheesy whenever they do that. And the filmmakers are probably gonna convince you that, yeah, that was intentional. You're supposed to laugh at it, but the way it was presented, it's like taken so seriously. And I was laughing, and I thought it was so stupid that it was funny. And there's nothing about this movie that's really satisfying. It doesn't do anything exceptional. The villain is just cartoonish, and it's trying to be kind of self-aware-ish and make the villain kind of a joke, but the villain never worked for me, and I just found him to be kind of annoying, and he just didn't add anything to the movie, and he was just there so a plot could happen, but I just didn't care whenever he was on screen. And in terms of the actual comedy in the movie, none of it landed except for maybe once, possibly twice. I might have laughed a couple times at intentional jokes. I couldn't tell you which ones they were, but I might have laughed once or twice to something that was intentional. And the characters in this movie are really weak and not interesting at all, and some of them are trying to be like really goofy and silly, but the movie never really earns that because I just don't like any of these characters, and I just find them kind of annoying. And the only times they're entertaining is when they're involved in these really stupid action sequences, and the action is always entertaining for reasons that the film doesn't intend, but the rest of the movie, they're just kind of annoying. The music in the movie was making me laugh constantly, and every song choice was just so inappropriate in every scene that it was in, and nothing about this movie really works, and it's just a big misfire, and it fails in everything that it sets out to do, but it's very entertaining in ways that it did not set out to do. So this is a scenario where I can recommend a comedy, but it's not funny in any ways that it's intending on being funny. It's so bad that it's funny. Like, not good funny. Funny bad funny. So if you're looking to watch something disposable on Netflix, then I guess check this movie out. It's not a bad choice, but if you're going to watch it unironically, then I would not recommend it, unfortunately. And with all that being said, I'm going to give The Losers a 2 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The Losers, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I think I said that correctly. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.